You see all this stuff happening with people in the house.
Yes.
Where they come in and then they started cleaning up from the inside.
Right.
Not about what you wear.
Right.
It's about the inside. What God is doing on the inside will eventually show on the outside.
Right.
That's what it's really about.
Right.
And you don't get it confused or twisted over here
Right.
in this house.
Yes.
So the spirit of prosperity is here for our obtaining, but then the spirit of lack is on some people here, and it's been on people, some of you, from your families. And you live like that for so long, so you're still living that way, not realizing. I want you to understand what Jesus paid the price for you to have.
Right.
Jesus paid the price for us to have the whole earth.
Right.
The whole earth.
Amen.
Right.
I said the whole earth.
Yes.
Right.
Then I'm not going to be shrunk down
Right.
Yeah.
into some form of, because they say, or who
Right.
they are, that we cannot get, you cannot get land in California.
Right.
I say these things all the time.
Right.
But people are sitting here right here and believe they can.
Right.
Yeah.
Or they're going to get it one day. Your one day will never come.
Right.
If you don't say I'm going to get it today, then the one day never comes.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying, because the future is always out there and never comes. God is God of now.
Yes.
So here, in you just got to understand, with Jesus and His kingdom, everything is supernatural.
Right.
So He wants to prove to you that He's a supernatural God.
Yes.
That's it.
So we have these people that are getting jobs, come with a piece of job in the Esser
Right.
or double Esser,
Double that.
can't make it from San Diego to here, constantly breaking down. You know what I mean? Your life on the line because of that super Esser, double Esser. And now these people, they don't have that no more. They got a nice car now. Some of them have brand new cars. It doesn't matter whether you have a brand new car or not.
Right.
It's to have a car to get you from A to B, A to B, A to C. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. And as you prosper,
Yes.
we had one person that wanted a new car so bad, a young girl. I said, you can get one. I took her to the lot. There's no way on paper that she could get it.
Right.
That first thing they quoted us, I said, look at that. I said, no. That's stupid. We're not even considering that.
That's right.
She had an Esser, and I said, come on, let's go walk and look on the lot. And so we went on the lot, and we had the wrong person help us for one thing.
Yep.
And because the person that helps us where our favor is, he wasn't there. He was out delivering the car, but he was going to come. It was his son. So you would say, well, this is his son, that the son can get it done. No. The son is not the same as the daddy.
That's right.
In this case. But long story made short, we walked back. We looked at some cars and said, which one you like? You like this one? Okay, this one. That one. Okay. We go back into the place. Long story short, she drove out with that car.
Amen.
She had under 500 credit score.
Wow.
Because you know that they tell you can't get nothing, nothing 500 at all. You're 500, you're done as far as what they tell you. But anyway, but the deal was is that she made enough money.
Right.
She made enough money to pay for the car. But she never prospered in her mind to believe that she could, or to open herself up to progress and realize, okay, let's say for instance, you paid 100 on the Esser, and now you got to pay 300 or 350 on the new car.
Right.
Well, you have to make that adjustment.
Right.
And if you do not make that adjustment, you will stay at 100.
Right.
And then you'll start shrinking down and more because you never progressed in your thinking.
Right.
So you were saying it's too much, it's heavy. You start talking to other people, other carnal people, natural people who have no car, or they have an answer like like you, and they can't make it from here to there, and so they're jealous. You got all kind of stuff you got to deal with, but then you listen to what they say, and still realize you got to block that. I got this, and I'm not gonna lose it. And the bottom line was that she didn't ever prosper. She started missing her payment.
Right.
The parent gave her $2,000 so that she could keep that car up, which was more. That was $500 a month for 4 months. And did you know that person would not pay that payment? And the money was given. Not only that she was working also.
Wow.
And so that brand new car was repoed. And the person never prospered in their thinking.
Right.
Even though they got that new car.
Amen.
Was driving that new car. God had worked that miracle. I said God had worked that miracle. And listen, you may be one of those that this has happened to. May not be car, maybe something else. The Lord saying, that's you. Okay, listen. The deal is that you need to realize that the grace has not run out.
That's right. Hallelujah.
We're under the age of grace.
Come on.
The grace age has not run out. It's not never going to run out. Grace and mercy, it makes up his throne. You got to get your mind renewed. If the devil's mad at me, they say, God is mad at me now. God is on me now. God did this and God did that. God don't do none of that.
Right.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
Better get your mind renewed.
That's right.
You fighting the disease, you fighting sickness, you better get it straight that God is against that. God said that he paid the price with Jesus. So that sickness, disease, and hell was done away with. Sin was done away with in Jesus. You got to get it straight. Blessings of Abraham, we heard it through the prophetic voice today, this evening when Nolan was prophesying. We heard it through the blessing through Abraham, Father Abraham. We're under the seed of Abraham. We're after the seed of Abraham.
Amen.
So here in 2 Kings chapter 4 is talking about a widow woman. Now when you think about a widow woman, you think about a lack. Husband is left, and she doesn't have the means that she needs to take care of what she needs to take care of, so she's hurting. And if you know anything about Scripture, you know that God says he takes care of the orphans and the widows. And God wants the church to take care of the orphans and the widows.
Amen. Yes.
That's part of the church's obligation.
That's right.
And demonstration of the hand of God in the earth is to take care of that. But now here's a story where God shows you how he has the miracle working power in his men. This is a man, but also the women of God. They also have it. Now, not all of them have it, but the ones you need to know, the ones that do have it. You call for the one that don't have it because of the religious spirit on you, and you may be done. Okay. Okay, let me get over here now. You got it? 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 1. It says, now a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophets cried out to Elijah. So you understand what's happening? This is one of the wives of the prophets of God.
Amen.
Whose husband had died. We're going to find out here in just a minute. It says, your servant, my husband, is dead. You see now. So the woman is crying out for help. Not in the streets, but to the man of God. Amen. So she got it right. And she says, and you know that your servant feared the Lord. That's about her husband she's talking about. Notice how she's talking about her husband.
That's right.
Your servant, my husband. is dead, and you know that your servant feared the Lord.
That's right.
Now watch this. And the creditors have come, excuse me, to take my 2 children. I guess the rest of you people don't know what creditors are. Or maybe you're thinking so hard that you can't even respond. I just heard this side over here, this whole side said nothing. And back there, none of from the second row back, nothing. Just a moaning and a groaning out of the first 2 rows right here. That's pretty sad. You know what happens? We're so religious and we're so caught up in ourselves that we can't even get in the Word. And put you. What you got to do is put yourself. If you're a woman, you should already be in. You should. If you're a woman, you should already be in. And if you're a man, then you need to make sure that you make provision for your wife. You should make sure that this don't happen in your situation. I mean, what happens if, listen, Scripture will not work for you if you do not put yourself in. That's why I'm reading it, so you can put yourself in. He says that the creditors have come to take. Creditors have come to take. Creditors have come to take. Now, I remember in the 90s, and this is just a little free part, I hadn't thought about it, but now, anyway, in the 90s, early 90s, I remember when they first started, because I don't remember what, but we had a few little issues. Life, called Life, you know what Life is? And the creditors were calling. And calling. And calling. And calling so much that you almost have a nervous condition when you hear the phone. Because see, if you're not used to it, you people better listen, because you can learn something tonight. This stuff happens so much that you don't even want to answer the phone. Then you're nervous and afraid, but not afraid like, you know, but you're nervous and I'm not sure because you don't know if it's one of them.
That's right.
And so I went through that and it was horrible. I can't even tell you how I felt. One of the things that I did after I went through that, I don't know how many years that was, it meant 2 to 5 year period. And I've had those, you know, throughout this 41 years of being together with Cookie. And I moved the phone out of my bedroom. Because these idiots have a certain time that they can call. And I think it's after 8 or after 9, but whatever time it is, they're calling. And they'll wake you up out of your sleep, and they start badgering you, and they badger you and badger you and badger you, and never stop badgering you. I have some tremendous stories that I can hit on that, but I'm not going to because I want to stay here in the scriptures. But I'm trying to relate to you about these creditors. You got to get them straight, and you can't get yourself going down caught up in the credit game. Because that's what it is. They're all a game. All the kingdoms, all the systems is a game, and you better learn how to play it. But that was very trying on me, and that might even cause me to have a stroke years later. It wore so much on me. Now, normally I wouldn't allow that stuff to get to me like that, but you want to do the right thing. You don't know. You see, I don't know. I didn't know then like I know now. I still have them calling. And I looked, and then I don't even give it 1 second.
That's right.
If I do answer, because I think it may be somebody, a family out of town or something like that, and when I hear that they're trying to get their paperwork when they answer, They don't answer immediately, I know.
Right.
And I smash them. Or if they say, is this?
Right.
Then I say, no, it's not, and smash it. When I answer after they've called so many times, I can tell that they're shocked. Because I have them like, they don't even know that this is the right number. You better learn something.
That's right.
These creditors are no joke, and they'll want to eat your children. You see it right here.
Right, Bishop.
Want to eat your children.
Never seen that.
So creditors come to take.
Right.
There's a way that God will show you how to deal with them.
Yes.
Now it goes on in verse 2 now. Elijah, this is the man of God, the prophet, said to her, what shall I do for you? In other words, what you want?
Right.
You see that?
Yeah.
What should I do for you? If you think about it, when you read this from the man of God's standpoint, even like when I give an altar call, the man of God is saying, what is it you need? Because everything is available. If you read really what's happening there, you let him know here at the altar, everything is available. Because the God that he serves is the unstoppable, all-consuming, almighty God. And he knows it. So he says, what do you need? If you come to church and you leave not with your needs met, that's your fault. It's not God's fault. And don't blame it on nobody else in here. Bishop didn't really do good tonight. No, and then I can feel the pressure and pain in the neck on the right side. That's one of you.
Yes.
All loaded up right here. That talking about that the creditors is all loaded up right here. Right on the top, on the front of the forehead, loaded up right there, right now. Okay. That's creditors.
Yes.
That's fear. That's doubt. Remember we gave what about the which way? Why do you hesitate between two opinions?
There it is.
Elijah said in verse 2, what do you need? What do you want?
Yes.
And he said, tell me, what do you have in your house? He said, what shall I do for you? Tell me. And then he says, what do you have in your house? What do you have in your house?
Yes.
You come to God and he says, I got a job for you. You like, I came to you because I have some situations in my life, and he goes, yeah, I understand. I need you to do something for me.
Come on. Wow.
What do you have in your house? She said, your maidservant have nothing. Your maidservant have nothing in the house except a jar of oil. Now this oil, let's say that it's the oil that the women cook when they using fat, bacon, whatever kind of meat that makes oil, grease, oil, and they put it in a jar and they save it. Now, of course, the organic people don't. But all I've been learning the last few days is very important for your body. Not just the organic, those that are shouting out. Not just their oil. That is important. There are many different oils that you need to have for your body. But anyway, that's not my message, and I'm not going into that part. I'm saying the prophet said, "What do you have?" She said, "I have nothing."
Right.
Then he said, "You got to have something." She said, "Well, I got a jar of oil." Okay, you see that?
Yes.
So God is saying, what you have is what I need.
Right. Yeah.
What you have is what I need.
Yeah.
Now, if you understand about oil, the oil, when the Old Testament prophet would anoint the men of God of old to be king, they anointed with oil.
Yeah.
Oil represented the Holy Spirit.
Yes, amen.
When you receive Jesus, that oil of the Lord comes within inside of you
Yes. That's right.
and lights a light.
Amen.
That burden is moved to the back of the neck right now. I will continue to preach,
Amen.
and at the end, we'll give you a chance to come and dump your jar
Right.
that you loaded up with the wrong thing, and we're going to get the right oil poured in your jar.
Hallelujah.
Or you can stay with the same bad oil.
Right.
Now watch the miracle. See, this is what we miss.
Right.
Is we miss when God is asking you questions. It's because He's moving you toward the miracle.
Hallelujah.
But people we're so carnal, which means natural, so carnal, natural thinking that we miss the miracle.
Yes.
When I was flew to Phoenix to go and meet the President of the United States in 2004 with no FBI or Secret Service clearance, I only had, which was enough for me, is a word from God in a dream that I saw myself with the President of the United States of America, and I was bending down and whispering in his ear.
Right. Come on.
That's
So
right.
now, and that's why I went to Phoenix, because I had a call. My brother was going to this fundraiser.
Right.
He wasn't going to meet the president.
Right.
He was invited to the fundraiser. Asked me if I wanted to go. I said, "Well, you already know I want to go because I'm going to meet the president."
Right.
So we had breakfast, and he told me, he said he would pick me up. I think he was in Dallas then. I don't know. Yeah, I think he was in Dallas then. But yeah, he was. I think. But anyway, it doesn't matter where he was. We flew to Phoenix in different planes. He was there early. He said to come get me, pick me up. Took me. We went out to breakfast. He told me at breakfast that it was in Phoenix that I would I'll have to stay in the car and wait for him in the car in 115 degrees heat. I'll be waiting in the car until he gets back from going into the fundraiser. I said, I did not come here to have breakfast with you, which I don't mind that. I said, but then go sit in the car, a hot car, and who knows how long you're going to be in there. I didn't come to sit in no parking lot. And he said to me, Michael, what are we going to do? And I'm thinking, I don't know myself. And so I say to the Lord, what are we going to do? And I don't say it out of my mouth. I say it inside my spirit. So Lord, what are we going to do? Because the prophet asked me what we're going to do. So I asked the Lord, what are we going to do?
Yes.
And the Lord spoke immediately. And that's what I want to talk about on the, if we make it back to 1 Kings 18.
Yes.
Because it's the battle was between Elijah and 850 prophets of Baal. Well, it was 400 of Baal, 450 of Baal, and the other one was another false god.
Right.
And it equaled 850. of false prophets against the man of God, one prophet who knew God.
Wow.
So the battle was on, the test was on, and we're under that same test every day.
Yes.
That's right.
And I try to live my life according to that of other things too, but according to that the God is a God of now.
Yes.
And God is the God that answers.
Yes, he is. That's right.
And that's why I try to teach the church, this church. More you than any other place that I preach, more here than any other place. You go into a place where it's not so easy when they all sitting in there and don't believe that God's going to do nothing. Don't believe it, but they want to be there and hear about God and praise and worship all that, but they don't believe nothing's going to happen.
Wow.
And I try not to be like that.
Right.
I try to always believe that it's never too late.
Come on.
Amen.
Never too late.
Never.
Yes.
Nothing is too big or too much.
Hallelujah.
Nothing is impossible. Because he called me to an impossible mission. And so I have to get that inside of me that nothing's impossible to him.
Yes.
And so I have to be that way because that's how he is.
Amen.
That's right, Bishop.
He's not biting his finger saying what we're going to do.
That's right. That's right. Come on.
He already knows what he's going to do.
That's right.
He already did it.
Yeah. Hallelujah. Right.
And so he's waiting to flex his muscles, and I believe that with everything in me, and I see that in scriptures over and over and over. How God flexes his muscles
Yes. Hallelujah.
and shows who he is.
Yes.
He demonstrated to Moses that he was the God of the now,
Yes.
the Almighty Elohim,
Yes.
present tense God. That you can feel his power right now.
Yes.
His present tense,
Yes.
omnipotent.
Yes.
You can feel that power
Yes.
now.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Wants to demonstrate that
Thank you.
Yes.
now.
Amen.
Who he is.
Yes.
And he would, anyway, let's go on. So he says here in verse 3, then he said, go borrow. First he finds out that she has oil. A jar of oil. We don't know how big the jar is.
Right.
But he says, go and borrow vessels. That's jars.
Yeah. Right.
And that's not no little jar.
All right.
These are big jars.
Right.
At large for yourselves from all the neighbors. So large vessels or jars from the neighbors.
Right.
So you got to know your neighbors.
Right. That's good. That's good.
God wants you to know your neighbors.
Yeah.
This is breaking all kind of codes and all kind of
Right.
mess
Right.
about what people say, and this that God is not into that. You want miracles, you better listen up.
Yeah.
He said, go to your neighbors, and then think about it. What do you my grandfather in the depressions, which was what in the 30s, in the most horrific depression that we've ever been in. In the 30s, my grandfather would go into the soup lines or the lines where you would go to get, cheese and milk and butter and stuff like that to get help for your family to live. And my grandfather, you have to, go there wherever it was, and there wasn't a lot of places. It was in Lafayette, Louisiana. But he would go, and he would be in the line, and when he got his turn to get up, they'd run out. That's the government. If you're waiting on the government to give you what you need, first of all, you need to understand right now that you're not going to have enough. It don't matter if the woman is getting $250 or $500 a head, I don't know what it is now. Used to be 250 head for a baby.
Right.
Now it's probably 500 head. And some of them trying to get, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids so they can get that nickel per head. But no matter what, it's still not enough. And you can say what you want. What I just said is true. I see some disgust on some people's faces. But you got to understand, I do not care. I'm a street preacher.
Right.
And I'm letting you know prophetically as a prophet that the government, you're waiting on the government to give you your money, you're not going to have enough.
Right.
First of all, that once a month check, by the time it comes, you've already got that promised out. It already ate up, and that's not going to get it done. You're already back in the whole 6 months, and that's not going to get you out. Not to mention, that's the free part. Not to mention, if you're not married and you got a man coming by at night, then that check will automatically be gotten when he comes through to get what else he needs. That check will be gone too. Okay, and the food, he's eating that hard too while he's there. That's your free part. Plus, by the way, that's not a man, that's a dog. That's another issue. I'm just getting it out there. He says here, get back over here. Government is not going to get it done. Oh, let me finish about my grandfather. So he went, you go back home and do what you can. And when the line comes back, and I don't know when, but that's my mother. How long before the line comes back up? Yeah. But he'd been in the line, and I don't know, countless of times. Yeah. And every time that he came up to get for him to get his for his family, they'd run out. And you got to realize how that just demoralize you and it hurts you. You really talking about slavery days. Right. Back in Louisiana. Right. Back in the South. In the 30s.
Right. That's true, Bishop. That's true. Right.
So he was walking home from not getting the subsidizing, I think it was called. But anyway, he was walking home and he was talking to God and trying to figure out what he can do to try to get this situation taken care of. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Not that you've been in depression.
Right.
Most of you not old enough to be in a depression. None of you actually. But what I'm saying to you is he was in a place where he needed help and there was nowhere to get it. In other words, it seemed like there was no way to get it. Your perception of how things are doesn't mean that that God cannot move and make a way. And so as he was walking, he goes that same route. How many times that he's walking, he sees these same yards and these same things in the yards, and he has a thought. And there's let's say a stove in the yard. There's a refrigerator in the yard. There's metal in the yard. Junk in the yard. He has a thought. You see, God gives you thoughts daily. Gives you thoughts of health, well-being, to mend relationships, stop relationships, and get new relationships. God gives you those thoughts all the time, daily. So he has a God thought. And you have to have some boldness with a God thought. I never finished about being in Phoenix, but God told me to ask him, the prophet, if I could walk with him to the parking lot. That's what God said. Because God said, if he says yes, then God says to me, I will take it from there. All you have to do, is to walk with him to the parking lot where they're going to pick the people that are going into the fundraiser, going to pick them up and take them, to the fundraiser. All I had to do is be with him, and God said, I will take it from there. So I thought, now think about how many of you will just get shut down right there. But I said to the prophet, my dear brother and friend, can I walk with you to where you're going to catch the bus? And he said, you know you can walk with me.
Amen.
You can walk with me anywhere.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
He said, I always want you.
Praise God.
And we go through this thing, but you know, it's very touching. And then so we started in the, I don't want to go in that now, but I'm just telling you, that's the way, that's how easy it is.
Amen.
But you have to, God is telling you step by step.
That's
And
it.
so you have to be able to hear God. And it's not like this, Bishop, okay, this is the next move. Are you ready? Take 5 steps and it's going to be on the right and the man is going to come up and listen. That's not how it goes. It's not how it goes. You have to learn how God speaks.
Yes.
He speaks in a still small voice.
Yes. Hallelujah.
And you have to be able to hear him and know and have put some faith.
Yes.
So he says here, go and ask, oh, didn't finish my grandfather.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's get it done. So he goes and knocks on the door and asks the people, watch this now, he didn't ask for their stuff or junk in the yard. That was not the thing he needed to do.
Right.
He asked if he could clean the yard.
Wisdom.
And if he could clean the yard, then could he have that junk?
Right.
Wow.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you know the people going, well, oh my God, most definitely.
Yeah.
You're going to clean the whole yard and you're going to take away the junk that we don't even want anyway?
Right.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
You can clean our yard and take the junk.
Right.
So that's what my grandfather begun to do, and go to all the houses that had the junk in the backyard, and he used the same plan, and it worked every time.
Right.
And he wound up having the biggest junkyard in Lafayette, Louisiana, from the junk,
Wow.
and he took care of his family very well. He was the first black to register to vote in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Right.
He also was the first black in Lafayette, Louisiana that went to the inauguration of Roosevelt, President Roosevelt, which all that stuff is big time.
Yeah.
And you don't know, and just to tell you the game that they played about what you had to do to register to vote, it wasn't just better to read and write. You had to quote the Constitution. You had to do all kind of stuff. In these one-horse towns, they even added stuff that wasn't even part of the deal to keep you from voting. He went through all those obstacles
That's
and
right.
wound up very successful
Amen.
Yes. With the junkyard with metal. So the story, the moral of that story is one person's junk
Right.
can be another person's treasure. Which that's happened to my grandfather,
Amen.
who I did know, Seymour Oye. I did know and was able to spend time with him, and he had a farm, and the land that I have in my eyes and my heart that I've always had from a little boy was his land. Where I seen it rolls and rolls and rolls and acres and acres and acres and acres and acres as a 4-year-old boy, it does something to you. And I, even though I've been here in California so many years, I still refuse because of just knowing scripture, and just in my heart I just wouldn't let go of what my grandfather had. And the price that he paid to have it. They told him, and I'm going to go get back over here after this, they told him that if he was going to go to vote, that he should say bye, and I can't remember my grandmother's name now, just say, sorry Mom.
Eva.
No, it wasn't even. But anyway, I don't know what her name is. Just so, oh yeah, I know that. So just say, he said, tell the white people said, the men that he did business with, they told him if you were going to go to vote, you better just say her name is Helen. You better say bye to Helen Seymour. That means, oh yeah, you better say goodbye.
Wow.
Because in other words, we're going to kill you
Right.
if you try to go vote. That's the kind of stuff that you had.
Wow.
And so it's funny because my grandfather said, well, you better say bye to Mary. And also, you better say bye to
Right.
Lucy.
Right. Right.
And all the ones that told him to say bye to his wife, he said, you all better say bye to your wives. Because you're not never going home either. And that him doing that, it actually got them off of him, where he was able to go and vote. And I may not have got the story right, but the principle is still right.
That's right.
Yes.
And if it's not right, you can taste Gabriel. But back over here.
Yeah.
You guys think I'm just saying that, but my mother watches every program.
Amen.
When I'm up, my mother. Oh yeah, I didn't even need you to tell me that, didn't you? I already know that.
Wow.
But she's telling you what Grandpa's
Truman, she said.
President Truman. Okay, what about the name? Okay, anyway, let's get back over here. So that you guys know.
Right.
Oh, it was Eva. Couldn't you say that? It's named after my sister. My sister's named after her.
Right.
Eva Oye. Wow. Look at that. Cookie's writing in. Well, I mean, that's why I have her. To clean up all those back areas that I don't know. She remembers. Because I'm out here chopping trees down in the front. Going forward.
Right. Amen.
I don't remember all the detail of the stuff behind me, but she does. That's good and also a problem. But now I got Tracy that I got to deal with over here because what I said the other day, and I know I got she and her, them two together right away. I know that. So I got to be careful. Not to mention others. But anyway, let's go back over here to the scripture. So he says now, go and borrow. So it goes to show you, like, to borrow land and to borrow money to get a car. And to borrow money to get what you need. There's nothing wrong with it when the Lord is leading you.
Right. Amen.
You know, they have the people say, well, I'm not never going to borrow anything. You might not never get anything. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get what I need. And I'm going to clean it up, but I'm just saying I'm going to do what I got to do. This will help me when I see these things in the scripture.
Yes.
Go and borrow vessels.
That's right.
You know, I have other verses for you so you can think that I'm just making up stuff. Hold on. Let me see where my notes is. To make a pledge for creditors, Deuteronomy 24. I don't know if that's 6 or 5. 5 or 6. Looks like 6, then looks like 5. I'm not sure. Just put 5 and 6, but you work it out. And then Job 24:3. Take a widow's ox for a pledge. And then there's other places too, with the Egyptians. Oh, I didn't even write it down. I looked at it, didn't write it down. Oh no, yes I did. Yes I did. To ask, of course, Matthew 7:7, Jesus teaches, ask, seek, knock.
Right.
Keep on asking, keep on seeking,
Yes,
keep
keep
on
on
knocking.
knocking,
Keep
yes.
on asking, keep
Right.
on seeking,
Yes.
keep
Keep
on
on
knocking.
asking.
Keep on asking,
Yes.
keep on seeking, keep on knocking.
Yes.
until you get what you're asking for, till you find what you're seeking.
Amen.
Until the door is open, you keep on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Amen.
Then Exodus 12, verse 35. 35 and 36 says, ask urgently for silver, gold, and clothing.
Amen.
And people had favor.
Amen.
That was with the Egyptians,
Right.
the ones that were oppressing the Israelites. When they were, and you got to understand what's happening here now. What's happening here now is that there's an exodus. There's a time of deliverance. There's a time of
Yes.
bondages being broken. We are actually in that time.
Yeah.
Not Egyptians, not Egyptian time, but that's the spirit of the time is the same as now. And so what they experienced and the freedom that they gained, you can gain in this day, in this time.
Yeah. Amen.
Amen.
But those that are tight-lipped and tight-butt and don't want to want to do it their way, I had one man, you'll never believe this, I got to tell you. Matter of fact, you were there. You heard me in a car shop, and you see the hair of everything I was saying, but she saw me. I was in there, and I was on. There was a man over there and an old woman over here. The man was talking crazy, and I perceived that he was an overbalanced animal lover.
All right.
And so I said to him, I bet that you have money saved up for when you're going to die for your dog. And he said,
No.
he said, my wife doesn't know anything about it. But I do have a stash. And he said, but it's not my dogs, it's my cats. So then I said to him, how old are those cats? And he said, they're 10 years old. And he gave me their names. He showed me one. I said, let's I looked at it like this. I said, if you need them to, do you need me to take care of them? You know, like if you drop, you need me to take care of them? He said, oh, that would be so. And then he looked. I said, I got a pit bull. I'm clean them both up. I know you people don't like it. That's just me. That's just the bishop. But anyway, so get back to the story. So I said to him, when I seen that he was twisted about the dog, the cat, sorry, same thing. I said, wow. Are you lip locking that dog? The cat? You kissing that cat? And I said, in the mouth? Because he said, yes, I kiss. I said, in the mouth? He said, well, no, but I kiss it all over. And I thought, oh my God. So then I said, so I'm getting in there, Will. I'm on him. I'm getting in there. I'm getting my shots in there. Plus, I already know the man. It's not like I've been knowing the man. He brings his car to the shop. I bring my car to the shop. We go different stuff, but we never talk about these things. I just honed in a little bit tighter. Yeah. And I said to him, you know that these cats are not going to heaven with you. Because I already talked to him about Jesus, so I already know he's a believer. Right. And he said, there most certainly are. And I said, well, they are not. And he goes, yeah, well, I believe they are. And I said, you can believe what you want. I said, but your belief is actually wrong. I said, the cats, listen to this now. I said, cats or animals, all animals, doesn't matter what you want to call. I said, they do not have spirit. Some of you don't know that. Because you think you're the same class as animals. But I said, an animal does not have spirit. And so when they die, they go to the dirt and ground and they're done. He got tears in his eyes, Jay. He got tears in his eyes, and he said to me, "If this called one pink and blue. If pink and blue can't go with me to heaven, I don't want to go." I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "I cannot believe you just said that." I said, "You must really love those dogs." I'm playing it, but I didn't say that. "You must really love those dogs." I mean, cats. And then the old woman who's sitting there waiting for her car to get fixed, she goes, "What? It's such a nice day. You shouldn't be arguing." I said, "We're not arguing." And he said, "We're not arguing."
Right.
He said, "We're going back and forth, trying to figure it out." I said, "I'm trying to teach him the error of his ways." I said, "You are of the persuasion every man's right in his own eyes." That's where we are in this nation. Every man has an opinion. That's woman too. Has an opinion. And you think you're entitled to your opinion, which you are, but it means absolutely nothing. It's what the Word says. It's what God says about the subject. That's the only thing that matters. And so then I put 2 or 3 scriptures on her.
Yeah.
In her.
Yeah.
And then she just got quiet. Okay. And I'm back on him. He's called him Pete. And that's not his name. And so I'm back on Pete. And I say to him, I said, "You must really love those dogs." He said, "Cats." He goes, he's crying now. He's crying. He said that blue, and what did I say, pink and blue? Pink and blue, they're in bed. He's here. His wife is here. And pink and blue is in between them. Cats and dogs. These are cats, pink and blue. I said, "My goodness, you must really love those cats." He's crying. I'm telling you, he's crying. With blue eyes, crying. He says, "I love my cats more than my wife." And he's married over 25 years. Over 25 years. I was like, my God. So I was like, how can I get this guy to understand that he is way off course? So I already gave him God. I already gave him Word. He don't know Word. He don't know God in that way. All he knows is his opinion. And what he believes, he believes that his opinion is right. He believes in his heart that his opinion is right. But he's off. So I'm thinking, now watch this. I'm thinking, how can I get this guy? And so I said, so now I'm sitting down, I stand up, Alfonso. Stand up, move toward him. I said, now listen, this is the scenario. I know that he's a pilot. I said, okay, I know he is a pilot, he's for real. He's a pilot. How? I don't even know. I need to check his license, but anyway, I'm supposed to be with him on Saturday after the men's meeting. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, it's a car show, not the anyway. So I say to him, this is what I say to him, Big Jeff. I said, I want to be a pilot. I have my plane. Cannot fly it. I come to you. You are a pilot, have a pilot license, and you can fly, and you do fly. I say to you that I'm going to go flying in a storm. Because I believe that I'm going to be all right in the storm. And I believe that I do not, Anthony, have to use my instruments. Thank you, Chrissy. I don't have to use my instruments. I believe that I don't have to use my instrument. That's why President Kennedy's son is dead. Because he didn't know how to use his instruments. He was flying by the seat of his pants, and he thought he was flying into the clouds and flew into the ocean. And they never found him, they never found his wife, and never found the other girl.
Wow.
That's just a side issue. So I say to him, all that stuff I say to him, I said, now, is my belief system right? Or am I going to die the first time I get in my plane?
Right.
He said, okay, I got it. I said, I got it. He said, you're the professional, and I don't know. I said, no, that's not it. I'm not the professional. I said, I just gave you Bible. I know some things in the Bible.
Right.
I just gave you what I know, not here, but here.
Yeah.
And here, my spirit. And confirmed in the Word. And so that's the way you have to have it. And anyway, but that was how we ended it. He said, I don't want to hear, don't tell me. I said, you want to stop your ears? Because you love your cat so much?
Wow.
That's what people do
Right.
when they don't want to hear the truth.
Right.
So they stop their ears and they stick to their opinion and what they believe and what somebody told them. Then he said, go and borrow vessels at large for yourselves from all your neighbors, even empty vessels, and do not get a few, which means get a lot.
Get a lot. Yeah.
That's the other thing that we do that we should not do. You should plan on having a lot.
Yeah.
In other words, when God asks you how much, you go, instead of going like this,
Right.
give it all.
Yes.
No, he said, just give me a little.
Amen, Bishop.
Instead of believing for it, now I got a wedge in the head. Pierce right in the head. I'm pulling out a fiery dart at somebody on the left side of your head. You probably feel that don't know what it is, but that's what that is. It's a demon shot. Arrow right in the side of your head. Believing for a little bit.
Wow.
I always think about it when I talk about that, the little dab of jelly that they want to get. Little jar of jelly.
Oh, yeah. Amen.
Little jar of jelly with this just high at the top. And I'm looking at that. What are you going to do with that? That's not even going to make it through one serving at my house with biscuits. That's not going to make it. Instead, I'm thinking in the same money, that thing costs $5. And you could go over to Costco and pay $6.50 and get two like this together. Two.
Yeah. That's right.
That's the truth. Anyway, I can go more on that, like going to the store and getting a roll of toilet paper or one little stick of butter because you're so poverty stricken. And they charge you for the one stick of butter where you can get 4 for.
Yeah.
They're charging you $5, $6.50. What was for the Gabriel at the store when Tamara sent you Daniels over there for the butter, 2 4 sticks. Yeah, $6.50. Get $6.50 for 4 sticks, in one little carton or whatever you call it. And you can go to Costco and get 4 of those for the same money. Same money. Maybe $1 more. But then listen. Then the poverty-minded, you know what they say? What I just said? You know what they say? Gas. Poverty-stricken, no matter what you can do. They'd rather go and pay the $5, $5.50 for the little jar of jelly. Because the next thing they say, I can't afford Costco card. And the Costco card is $25 for the year. I don't have it. That's the first. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't know. I don't have it. I don't know. I don't have it. That's too much money. All that is you're not going to do nothing.
Right.
Instead of filling your tank up, I can only afford
Right.
a quarter of a tank.
Right.
You know, you can't even make it 3 days on a quarter of a tank. Unless you got one of those little Ugo, what they call it, the smart car. Get a smart car. Now, I think everybody in here need to get one. Keep your car at the house and you drive that poverty-stricken. Make sure you got your insurance tight and also your funeral arrangements. You can't take no lick. Any lick, front, back, either side. Even if a bicycle running into you, you could be damaged and go to the hospital. But think about it, poverty-stricken. What would possess you to get that? Poverty-stricken. I can go with my gas. Yeah, but have you seen the semi-trucks on the road? And no offense, but have you seen these idiots on the road? And now we have a ton of them, including you, that are watching their phones.
Right.
Their heads are down.
Yeah.
Light is green and their heads are down. They got a whole lane of 200 cars captive because the head is down.
That's right.
And they can go on. I look all the time and I'm just shocked.
Right.
Or the other one. That's straight up illegal driving like this. Straight up illegal. Driving like this and go like this. Like, what's wrong with you? That's illegal. Yeah, that's illegal. Okay, let's get back over here. But poverty, a mentality. You have to say to yourself, I'm going to break that. Tonight. Tonight. Now think about it. You're not poverty when you come to eat a sandwich. You don't eat a half a sandwich. Because you're trying to cut back. You eat 2 sandwiches. You ain't poverty minded then. Think about it. Oh look, you see now we get And every one of them that I wear was paid for me. Because I obey God in the steps of going there and doing that work for 15 years with the prophets. Now watch the miracle. I'm telling you, I'm trying to break this stuff down so you can get a hold of it. Naturally, and of course, you know, the way that I minister. But he says, now go and you ask, and he says, then you shall go in and shut the door behind you. You and your sons. That's the closing the door and praying. And when the Spirit speaks to you and tells you to start pouring it in the vessels that you got from your neighbors. You start pouring yours out into the vessels. You got to remember now the jars. Let's use jars. And the jars that you got are bigger than your jar. But the obedience, you doing what God has given you.
Use what you have.
We just have a person in here that didn't have a job. And God is carrying them. No job, but God is carrying them. And then they got a job and were saying they was going to be late to church. months, no job, piece of job.
Right.
And then God gives them a job, and they first thing, they said, they called into the leadership and saying, I'm going to be late for church. We was like, what? Didn't God is the one that carry you all this time? And God is the one that gives you the job? Now when it's time for you to be in your post,
Right.
you cannot?
Wow. Right.
Does that make sense? No. That don't make sense. God's the one who gave you the job.
Right.
You honor God
Yes.
by putting it in first. You don't put a job first. Think about it. When you don't have a job, you right here. You right here. Because you need God. You need it. You keep me making another day, Lord. Right here in church. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Right, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? I'm here, praise the Lord. I'm trying to pray in the tongue, going back and forth. Every week, you here. Faithfully. Then all of a sudden, God delivers you.
Right.
Gives you a job, and the first thing you do is crap your diaper and show it to him.
Wow.
That's 1 and 2, by the way, in the diaper. And it's an adult, so it's an adult role. Not a child role, it's an adult role. That's nasty. But I need to get it in there like that so you can get it. So he says here, we're almost out. He says, pour out into these jars. It says vessel, but jars.
Yeah.
And you shall set it aside what is full. So you stay in your post. You stay using the oil, which is the gift that God has given you. You don't stop. You stay. It don't matter how God is promoting you. You stay. You don't let the world, you don't let boyfriend, you don't let girlfriend, you don't let marriage, you don't let children, you don't let nothing stop you from putting God first. And if He is first, then you will be in church. If He is first, you will be in church. If He is first, you will be in church. Not with an excuse.
Right.
Think about it. When the angel's there and he's collecting all the tickets for people that will catch the train to heaven, and they come to you and you don't have your ticket, you got an excuse.
Right.
Oh, that's going to be a real bad day. Turn around and let's spank you on your A. Get to the back of the line. Go back into the marketplace. I'm giving you Bible in Matthew 25, 10 virgins. 5 were wise, 5 were foolish. 5 had oil, 5 had no oil. They thought the bridegroom wasn't coming, and he came, and they didn't have their oil. The door was closed. They came beating on the door because they ran out in town, bought some oil, who knows where they got it, bought some oil, came running back, the door was closed. They said they were beating on the door and said, hey, it's dark out here in Zombieland, and one is chasing me now. He's right on my back right now. I can almost feel him biting my back and biting into my neck. Open up. And the Lord comes to the door and looks through and says, who are you? And the Bible says there'll be mashing of teeth in outer darkness. People don't believe that, but Jesus told a story that was God manifested in the flesh. I'm going to take Jesus' word, not over anybody else. I don't believe there's hell. Jesus said there was. I don't believe there's not. Jesus said there was. I'm going to believe him. He taught on hell more than any other preacher in the Bible. They alluded to it in the Old Testament, but Jesus broke it down and made it clear that hell was real.
Yes.
I just say there's a heaven to gain and a hell to shun.
Right.
We missed that hell.
Right.
Anyway, he said, go out and pour the oil. Verse 5, so she went from him and shut the door. Oh, gave me that. And the sons, they were bringing the jars to her, and she was pouring.
Right.
Notice the sons wasn't pouring. They was bringing the vessels. They was bringing the jars. She was pouring.
Right.
Husband is dead. She's the head of the house.
Right.
Man is gone. The woman is the head of the house.
Yes.
Man acting a fool in the house, not serving God, don't want God. The woman does. She's the head of the house. God says he will save the house, save even him.
Right.
If the woman will be true to God and honor God by being in the house and having her children in the house.
Yes.
Right. I noticed, and I don't want to look around now. I don't know what time is up. But I noticed the last few weeks that we have people that have changed
Amen.
and looking more like zombies. Let me just be a little prophetic now. Some have gotten tats and piercings underneath the clothes so that we don't know. But God knows. And we can look and see that you're looking closer to zombies than looking to saints. That's just your free part. You're sitting right here. Look, sitting right here with. I want to say it. Cookie, if you wasn't there, I would sure say it. If Mildred wasn't here, I would definitely say it. Tracy was here, I'd still say it. I know she's gonna tell Cookie, but it's okay. Man, that would be a real good view. We all bust out laughing, except for the ones that.
Right.
Anyway,
Wow.
the miracle is in the pouring, in the acting out,
Yes.
and you giving God what the little that you have,
Right.
and it never stops.
Yes.
That miracle did not stop. For me, when I went and met the President Bush Sr.,
Right.
1990, that miracle continued all the way to 2004.
Wow.
And then after that, when President Obama came in, and I sent a letter, I had in my spirit 3 things that was bothering me in the nation.
Right.
And I addressed all 3 issues. And when I sent that letter, Obama responded, or President Obama, don't mean no disrespect.
Yes, sir.
He said, responded to my letter, and I was shocked.
Right.
And a few months later, another letter came from President Obama with his signature on my same letter.
Wow.
So I knew that they were concentrating because of the prophetic what God had said to me
Right.
about the nation. So I still believe that I will meet the president, and I said in his last term. But you know, that's in the heart and the mind of Almighty God. I believe that. I still believe that, and still stand on that.
Amen.
But then the Lord did show me that my contact with him, was letter was touching him.
Right.
Some don't understand that, and that's fine. I'm not going to try to make it a big thing, but it is to me
Right.
because it lets me know what the prophet said, prophesied about me, and how the Lord keeps taking me to Washington,
Yes.
Yes.
and that I still have a play
Yes.
in the forming and turning back of our nation back to God.
Amen. Yes, sir. That's
A
right.
big part, and we have a big part
That's
Yeah.
to play in it.
That's right.
Okay, you can all stand. Or if you need an envelope, raise your hands. I've seen people coming to bring their tithe, but it's the supernatural in the giving. It's constantly coming and giving. And then you ask God what you need for, and you don't stop. I gave you the scriptures.
Yes.
They asked for silver, they asked for gold, they asked for clothing when they were being delivered. And it said they had favor
Yes.
with God
Amen.
and favor with man. It's not all people, but they had favor. But Egyptians in the book of Exodus. And then my last scripture was Jesus in Luke 2:52. It said Jesus kept increasing. So it does not stop.
That's
The
right.
miracle does not stop.
Amen.
The having enough does not stop.
Right.
Having more than enough is where you need to get to. Having more than enough so you're overflowing. And I don't believe any of us here are at the place that we're overflowing. Maybe overflowing with gifts and overflowing with the fruits of the Spirit, but not overflowing in the monetary things. Silver, gold, clothing. And that's a sign that God is with us.
Yes.
Yes.
Jesus kept increasing
Yes.
in wisdom and in stature, which is in his age,
Yes.
and favor with God and favor with man.
Yes.
So the favor it continues as you walk with God, you increase.
Yes. Hallelujah.
You increase
Yeah.
in health.
Yes.
You should increase in health, doesn't matter your age.
Right.
You can't buy into, I just go all night. You can't buy in to what they're saying about the old man. Yes, the old man is decaying, but we have the power of God to keep us. And we have the promise of God. We have the word of God to give back to us. And he said, if you submit it to me, he will give back to you as much as you can believe. I'm getting mine. Okay, anything else? We have the Women's Love Feast,
Right.
Yes.
and it's,
They need to see Crystal. It's going to be in the park by Adrian's house.
okay, they need to see Crystal.
Crystal Babin if they're not. They don't know
Is
how to
Crystal
get
there, Cliff? Yeah. Okay, so you need to see Crystal Babin,
there.
and what else? The directions on the,
No, they're not on there.
okay, so do we have paperwork made for the directions?
We do?
We do? We do?
The address is on there for that register.
Okay. Anything else? We have the prayer. I heard that there was a couple ladies that came to prayer and there was nobody here. That was a couple weeks ago. I don't know when that was. When that happens, you have to come. I mean, you have to let us know. Coming 2 weeks later with that, we can't do nothing about it. We don't know who was on duty. We don't know who wasn't on duty. We don't know. You have to let us know, right away. And then if you are a lady and you want to come down for prayer, it's easy to contact Gunny and tell him that you want to go to prayer and he's going to be there. That way you don't have to drive down and be sitting in your car. We should be close enough that we can do that.
Amen.
Anything else?
Bishop, we have youth group at the amphitheater tomorrow at 6:30.
Oh, youth group. Oh, excited. At the amphitheater
Sir, at 6:30.
at 6:30 at the amphitheater tomorrow, youth group.
Amen.
Graduating tomorrow.
Crystal. Oh, Christopher. Good, Crystal. Christopher graduated. Crystal already graduated college. He's walking tomorrow. He's getting his graduation. Congratulations. That's big time. That's big time. I'm really proud of him. It's wonderful, and he's sitting, he's blazing a course for the other young men. We got Will, that's going to college at San Diego State, got a full ride. And we got Sydney, that's going to, I don't know if she got an academic scholarship yet, but we're trusting that she does. She's been admitted. And then Edward's been accepted in school.
I'm in school.
Oh, he's in school. Okay, congratulations. Yeah. Then we got Adrian's in school and going to graduate at the end of the year, 4-year degree. And then Anjanae is in school, and we trying to keep her in there. She's going to dynamite out, but we trying to keep her in there. God will make a way out. You guys got to trust me. God will make a way. You got to believe God. And you got to pierce these systems. You got to understand that these systems are there, and you can pierce them with Christ by wisdom and knowledge. You can get your monetary needs met. God will use those systems. He will. And He'll preserve your family and your life. The men's meeting, we don't have a department head meeting, do we? No, we don't, because the women have the love feast, so that's out. So the men's meeting, where, Chrissy? Not at Airwood. Justin's got the alcohol over in the back of the thing now. So does that mean we can't go to the?
We still can do it. It's just, it's just a little different. But yeah,
So the men that can have problems with the alcohol, they can just get a beer afterwards and satisfy that urge. May give you a little money. No, we said we can still go.
Yeah, there's a soccer thing on Saturday morning too.
What time?
They're getting at 7 a.m.
They're going to have the restaurant all day, or they just going to eat and leave?
They specifically advertise it for the patio, to use it for the patio.
Okay, Al, what about over there at your spot that you said we could have and nothing ever happened with that?
I had to resubmit the form.
You dropped the ball on that, Petey.
Oh, we don't have $1,100 an hour.
We're going to my house.
What is it?
$1,100 an hour.
Candy, you need to see if we can use the little building. We'll let you guys know. We'll let you know tomorrow. Okay, and then Ray said we could use this place, but that's out of the reservation, that's way out. And Valley, was it? Yeah, Valley Center. So we got to have, we got people that are in shitters, and we need to get a big bus, and we can all come over here and go in the bus and go over there. That way. So anyway, everybody can park their asses and then we can get on the bus. Or maybe where's Gladney at? Use what's that? Uber. We can get us an Uber. Anyway, God bless you guys. We'll see you. Love you too.
I'm still having dreams by the morning. Oh, that was great. Thank you all so much.
Cindy.